Alright, so Nicolas Cage. Truly an interesting person, especially when he did a certain remake. I like him for his interesting continence. That's the word. But he did the 2000 version of the Wicker Man. I have not seen it. I do know, no, not the Bees meme, but the original is superior. I'm guessing, or it is something that is so fantastic. When a young girl mysteriously vanishes, Police Sergeant Howie, played by Edward Woodward, travels to a remote Scottish island to investigate, but the seemingly quiet community is not all as it appears. As the detective uncovers a secretive pagan society led by the strange Lord Summerisle, played by Christopher Lee himself. When the townsfolk tempt and threaten him with bizarre rituals and wanton lust, Howie must race to discover the truth behind the girl's disappearance before his clash with Lord Summerisle builds to a terrifying conclusion, one that has cemented this cult shocker as a modern horror masterpiece. 1974, folks. 1974. In the remake, Nicolas Cage is dressed in a bear costume, and then he goes and wha-bam, someone just punches them just like that. In this one, Edward Woodward dresses in a Punch costume. There's this, what is that? Punch and Judy festival where Punch is a fool. And so I don't know it that much. There's like this maypole thing I don't know much about. It's like this whole ritual from ancient pagan times. But yeah, the guy dressed up punches some guy, but at the same time, the visage of this right here, it's roughly maybe 15 feet tall, has given rumor to like, hey, is there this Wicker Man that was used to burn, to sacrifice people to gods? Who knows? But you're wondering, what is this movie about? Paganism versus Christianity that was going on in, I don't know much about the history of it going on in Britain at the time. But it is very interesting to see how some people devote themselves to God. Some people still follow paganism. I know there's another word for it. I'm trying to remember. Where being naked is called skyclad. Let's just say that. Also a great folk metal band. Yeah. Christopher Lee is eccentric, but eccentric in the right way. Because he takes care of his citizens. At the same time, when using big words such as loquacious and profund and offensive and stuff like that. It's like this is a literate, intelligent movie. And the performance that he does, the declarations, the saying that he was a fool, and saying like how Punch was a fool, but he was given a chance. He was like given a chance to be a king for a lifetime, and still a fool, because thinking it's like every single chance that this person could do is ultimately is nothing. I don't know. It's again something I don't know much about this, but freaking Edward Woodward is phenomenal in this. It's like, he plays the sergeant that comes in, and he's looking all around. He runs through the whole gamut of emotions like anger, investigative, being seduced but avoiding the temptations, the screaming towards the end, and reading the last words that were done by that, I forgot who's, Robert someone, I'm trying to remember. It's fantastic. It's like he acts his behind off, and it's just like, dang, yeah, there were 3 movies. I mean, it's like, this movie, I'll get to the trivia later. This is literally the slow burn. If there is a more apt descriptor for something as a slow burn, it really is this movie right here. Is like there's a mystery going on. What is this mystery? What is happening with this island? Because it's like he is being summoned on his own free will. So it's like, okay, where is this missing girl at? What's happening? We don't know. But eventually it just gets, it elevates and escalates over time. The acting is take it or leave it, except for, like I said, with Woodward and Lee. It's, it has to do with the atmosphere. This is one of the most atmospheric movies of all time. It's not like jump scares or extreme sound design. It's slowly watching everything unfold, and then when the masks appear, as our protagonist is guided towards the ending, it just becomes unsettling. You're just watching what happens, especially with the rituals being performed of the swords that kind of make like a hexagrammal symbol or something, and just seeing everyone dress up in order to please their sea god. It's interesting. I will say that. I don't want to reveal too much of this movie, but there are phallic symbols that are around. There's like orgies that happen, but it's not like gratuitous. It fits in with the whole, I guess you could say, free-natured motif occurring. And it's like, alright, it's like this is it's civilized, but these people have been adhering to this tradition for decades. And with this movie being 51 years old, when you get to the last 10 minutes, we get to see half Howie, half Woodward, as he is being taken upwards. He sees it. He's like, "Oh Lord! Oh Jesus Christ! Oh my word!" Like that. It's like in one of the most British accents of all time, and it's like, jeez. Just the fact that they had this thing just built, and just the truly slow burn that comes so effectively at that end. It's just like, wow. I want to say more, but it's just, I already said that. It's just like, dang. Christopher Lee was in this, and he does sound like he was Sauron, 30 years, or Count Dooku, roughly around the same time, but he doesn't have a beard, he doesn't have a lightsaber. He's just portraying a great character, and he actually did this movie for, I think it was free, if I'm not mistaken, and he also did publicity for it for free, because he does have quite the mesmerizing performance with his, as you can tell, interesting hair. The interesting hair in the suit, plus regular tennis shoes for whatever reason. I don't know, it was just kind of funny. And, they just, because it's just like, there were also some animals that were in the Wicker Man, but the director, Robin Hardy, did his best to ensure that none of the animals were harmed. Maybe a feather got singed, I don't know. But yeah, this is just absolutely beautiful to watch. This was a part of a trilogy of folk horror that, along with, Witchfinder General and the Blood on Satan's Claws, are considered this because it has to do with less of the jumps and everything, more of the atmosphere, just the build-ups and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what makes for effective horror, is the atmosphere, the cinematography, and this is beautiful. I mean, Cinefastique, the Citizen Kane of horror films. Winner Best Horror Film, Saturn Award. Best 100 British Films, BBC list. It will give you nightmares for years, BBC. So what may some people may not like the whole, duality of dichotomy of the different religions going on, and how it can takes a while for things to build. And the song Barleycorn goes on for a while. So it's not for everyone. Did Nicolas Cage see the original? I don't know. Someone could ask him that. But yeah, if you want to see something different that will really make you feel very satisfied, but also at the same time very uncomfortable, but in a good way, I highly recommend the original, The Wicker Man.